right, go for it. Let's do it.
All right.
Do the whole new thing you did. I like the saliva coming out of the mouth.
Okay. So yeah, because of the. See, I just had a tooth pulled, and so I don't like having to spring for antibiotics, especially since I feel like I should have some in my house somewhere. And the fact that I could, right on the people I meet or attack or bite, I should be able to get enough antibiotics and painkillers out of their skin.
The good thing about when they walk out of plastic surgery,
yeah,
and you wait for them, and then, fucking hilarious. You wait for them, and you bite them, and you get the antibiotics out of their
I get the
skin.
antibiotics too, especially. Yeah, no. Yeah, the vaginal rejuvenation place is the best place to go down on someone.
The other thing about the saliva,
Oh. But like I said, instead of the whole thing makes me a little more. I mean, it makes my mouth numb, but it makes me more empathetic. It makes me think about the stroke victims I date.
it's fucking hilarious.
I don't. I always feel like they're just talking out of one side of their mouth instead of both. But also, when they start drooling and stuff all the time, I always wonder if it's really for me, or it's just that the fact that they're paralyzed with something besides love. That's, it makes me not even want to put the lotion in the hole. It makes me just want to leave them there. Oh, that's a different joke.
Well, what would you do? What would you do with them after you bite them and take all the antibiotics out of them? What would you do next?
I'd make sure they take their next antibiotic because that doesn't. Whatever your dosage was and the timing, that doesn't count. You got to take more. Well, other than I'd wipe my mouth, brush my teeth. What else? I'll make sure they get more painkillers so that they don't remember me. Take a bunch of these now. But you bite one of these people, they're like legs. You can't just bite one.
No, why? You get addicted to biting them?
Yeah, you gotta bite
that.
Well, yeah, because it's like a protein fix. All that meat in your mouth.
Or something like this. When you bite them, you get a sugar high.
Yeah, depending on depending on what they've been eating. Sometimes it's a sugar high. Sometimes it's a. Or those female bodybuilders, you might get roid rage.
Talk about that. How you bit. It's so fucking out there. It's hilarious. You bit a female bodybuilder. And you got roid rage.
Yeah, I bit
Talk about that. You got roid rage from getting the blood. And you couldn't understand why you were able to lift the car up. It was so easy.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I got her roid rage. I was trying to. You're like you're sapping the strength out of Supergirl or something.
Do it again.
Yeah, I'm like her kryptonite. She wants to live. No, I'm lifting you.
So yeah, you abducted her. You didn't kill her. You just bit her.
No, I jumped on top of her.
For the drugs.
Right.
And you had roid rage. She gave you roid rage.
Right. She gave me roid rage. I said I should be suing you. I need to. These roids aren't even legal. Yeah. The only man that's going to want you is the next one who bites you on the neck and kicks your roid strength.
I like the idea of you abducting a female bodybuilder. It's so out there, they can't even be stolen. You bite her, you drink her blood, you don't kill her, you just bite her, and you have roid rage, you have a flat tire, you can't understand why you're able to pick up the car so easily. I don't know what came over me. I was just able to pick the car up.
Yeah. She calls me up and I think she wants a confession. It turns out she just wants me to spot her when she deadlifts. I mean, when she
there's something there. That's fucking hilarious. She's not even mad at you.
Yeah.
She just contacts you. And she's like, "Listen, can you just spot me?"
Right. Can you bite me before I get my next urine test?
That's hilarious.
Or next
How
blood.
like she passes.
Yeah.
Because you suck the fucking you
Yeah.
suck the roids out of her.
Yeah, can you suck the roids out of me after I take my next blood test? I said, okay, if you pop the zips on my back, I go.
There's something in that, but I like the whole idea. I like the idea of you biting the female bodybuilder because it's so fucking out there that nobody can steal that fucking joke. It's so funny.
Yeah, I mean, I feel bad. The dentist said no biting bodybuilders.
Like you got reprimanded by
You're only supposed to bite lazy girls because the meat is more tender. You're only supposed to...
do that to the camera.
Yeah, you're only supposed to bite lazy girls because the meat is more
That's fucking
tender.
hilarious.
I know, but the skin keeps getting caught in my teeth. I get... Oh.
That's fucking hilarious.
You know, the thing is, too, they keep calling me. I feel a little bit used. I was trying to go to more of a plant-based diet, and then now I've got to keep biting her.
Well, now what would happen to you if you bought a vegan? If you've been a vegan, would you get weaker?
Maybe I go, you need to take a supplement. You're missing the
You
vitamin.
should eat some meat.
Yeah.
You're a little... Are you sure you can stand up?
You need red beans and rice. I'm not being racial. I'm not being racist. I mean, they combine to make a protein. But what I was thinking is that the vegans aren't really fair because every place you go, they're trying to make, they're always trying to make vegetarian stuff that tastes like meat.
Right, they're cheating. Let's talk about
Yeah,
that.
well, that's the thing. I said, I understand. You want to just eat plants so that you can, so that you're not killing anything or contributing to the death of anything. Realize but to make your food taste better, you're using the experiences of carnivores. So really, you're living off of our bad karma for your own pleasure.
Pretty much.
Yeah,
That's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, no, we had to go out and pay for the death or kill these animals to see what we liked and cook it a certain way. You go, okay, now you're going to hell anyway. How does this taste? And it's never the other. And it's not like they ever do anything for us, or not. They never, because we don't need. I don't need anything to taste more like vegetarian food. You never see two guys in a deli going, "How are we going to make this pastrami taste more like soy? How can we make
Never.
this knockwurst taste more like cauliflower?" Never happened. No, why don't we have a whole cauliflower pizza? Kaboom.
Kaboom. Cauliflower pizza is fucking disgusting.
I don't think I've had it.
You're missing nothing. Like they make the crust out of cauliflower.
Yeah.
It's so fucking gross.
What was wrong with the other dough? That was vegetarian. I mean, that wasn't meat.
They try to make it healthier. It's so fucking nasty.
Uh-huh.
Cauliflower pizza is so fucking nasty. It's not the same.
No, I can
When
imagine.
we make it with cauliflower instead of dough, well, why can't you just use fucking dough?
Yeah.
Are you allergic to fucking, I guess it's healthier for you.
Maybe. I guess the kind of flour. I
And
don't
they
know.
make it from cauliflower. I've seen it.
Yeah. So who's? I want to know who the big cauliflower cartels are making them.
They might hold them. They might not give it. They might give out the cauliflower.
Yeah, they might. You know, all the other Arab countries who don't have oil are just growing cauliflower and making this. So, any more cheese?
No, I'm good. I gave you those too. If you want.
Oh.
I know how your hoarder fucking personality is. I don't want to deprive you.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I know how you are.
I only buy this because it'd be easier on my throat. Well, but they're all discovering these firms. Well, I don't know if this is connected. People are trying to find different ways to exercise or manage their diets or something like that. So it's all,
Talk about it.
well,
How should they manage their diet, Richie?
just appreciate what you have. You know, here's the thing, everybody needs validation. You
Sure.
know, the guy who made the alligator shirts, the chemise, he couldn't sell them until he started giving them to celebrities.
Okay.
And other people saw them wearing them.
Okay.
I have all kinds of sour juice. I was happy to drink it and not waste anything. I
Yeah.
didn't need somebody to say kombucha to tell me that I wanted to drink it. Why is it sour juice? In my refrigerator, it's sour juice. But when I go to Trader Joe's, suddenly it's kombucha and you want to pay for it. Why? When you see in my refrigerator, it's moldy cheese. If I Trader Joe's or Whole Foods or Bristol Farms, suddenly it's Roquefort.
Talk about the cheese or the stuff that was in the ground in the bogs.
Oh yeah, they made a big deal out of how they found in the peat bogs in Scotland, or where they found this. They found some butter, wasn't it thousands of years old or hundreds of years old?
Something like that.
Yeah. It's okay if you already live out there, but if you're here, you could have just looked in my refrigerator.
So, is your refrigerator? Is it the bogs? Is it the bogs of Studio City?
Almost.
The bogs of Valley Village?
Well, I'll show you. This is. I don't know if you're ready to see this.
I want to see it.
Well,
This is part of your act.
I can bring it out.
No, this is part of your act. I want to see inside the refrigerator.
Oh no! Well,
Carry your phone. Let's do this.
you have to make this a TikTok video. But because I hate wasting food. I mean, I should. See, I hate wasting food.
Oh my God, they haven't cleaned that in ages.
Oh yes, we have.
Okay, so explain to me. Show me what you're gonna show. Oh my God, what the fuck is that?
Hey, it's just something you can buy in your. God damn it! Where's my?
That's bog shit right there.
Mm-hmm.
That looks like an experiment gone wrong.
Where the hell? Where'd my whipped cream go?
What are those?
Those are strawberries.
Dude, you're not really gonna eat those, are you?
I'm gonna eat a couple.
Oh my God, that's fucked up.
Where's the whipped cream?
Don't eat them in front of me. That is fucking awesome, though.
Not
That's
even
going-
one?
No, it's going in your act. Dude, they're fucking rotted.
Oh, come on, it's not fun. What?
You're nasty, right? You don't get sick from that shit?
No, but I wouldn't.
I'm not doing it. Yet.
Oh, I know that. But the hardest part about this is having OCD because now I've got to do another. I've got to do at least an even number.
Fuck.
But I do. Hey,
Oh, oh, and you just can't throw them out, right?
Well, if Jim and Deidre throw them out, I won't complain, but she was nice enough to leave them for me.
All right, we got to talk about this Snare Act. That's the greatest thing I've seen all day. Fucking hilarious. How old are those? They got to be like months, right?
Just, I don't know, maybe just a month.
Oh, is that it? The month, Richie?
Pardon?
Dude, they are fucking gross, bro.
Well, remember I told you when I met Pam, I said, don't bother cleaning up. I've eaten strawberries hairier than you.
Oh.
And now you
You're
know
not
it's...
lying.
No.
Homie.
I'm not fronting.
You're not fronting, brother. Okay, so there's a whole bit in that. You're probably going to throw up.
No, I'm not. But like I said, I
You
wouldn't...
get close to throwing up?
No. There was something I ate the other day that got me close to throwing up, but wasn't... That's not like it's undercooked or anything.
No, it's sure not.
See, it's... You want a cigarette?
Yes.
I
You know me.
think...
You know, when I smoke one a day,
Uh-huh.
I haven't bought any, but if I smoke one a day, it actually helps my allergies. What is that? It dries out my lungs.
Maybe part of it is antiseptic. I mean, I think if it damages your I mean, you smoke too much and it damages your lungs or other things, and then you're lowering your resistance, but maybe it's killing other stuff
Yeah, like
Or
just
maybe-
one. It'll dry out my lungs. I have allergies?
or blocking. Because I don't smoke a lot, but I probably smoke. But I smoke. Sometimes I smoke more. I mean, I only smoke a few cigarettes a day, or if that. I can go a day without. I worked with an Armenian a few weeks ago or a month ago. He goes, "I never smoke." Are you sure? You're Armenian?
Does he get winded?
No, I mean I don't get winded either. But he was a professional soccer player.
Then he won't get winded. He's got great lungs to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
He's got an advantage over a normal person.
Yeah, but he didn't smoke. Huh? But I mean, how do you even get hired?
Because I can swing a 70-pound kettlebell now.
Uh-huh.
I can swing it 10 sets of 10 within 10 minutes. And then at the end, I'll swing it another 30 times straight through without fucking my back up.
70 pounds.
It's a lot heavier than it looks.
Were you doing that on your own? Or
My cousin's been training me for a year.
on video or?
No, she just sends me the workout.
Oh,
You
well,
swing
so
it
that
like-
is on. Oh, she just tells you.
Swing it like this.
Mm-hmm.
Like this.
The one who started doing comedy?
She's been doing comedy forever. She opens for Dice.
Oh, right, you told me
She's a
that.
fucking animal. She's huge. She's the strongest woman in New York.
Oh.
So I do my cardio with the fucking kettlebell.
Hmm.
It's fucking brutal. And you do this whole routine with it.
I should do that. Or at least start.
But, like, I've been building through it for a year.
Yeah, I realize I can't just jump. I mean,
You'll fuck your back up. Because what happens is your spine gets stronger.
Mm-hmm.
You'll get to a point where your back, the kettlebell won't bother you anymore. Won't bother your shoulders or your back because all the connective tissue gets stronger.
yeah, people don't realize that when they work out, they got to do all the connective.
What I like about kettlebells, I don't think it's the know-all, be-all. I like it with going to the gym
Uh-huh.
because it's ballistic, so it's a different kind of energy
Uh-huh.
for your body.
Yeah.
So it does different shit. It's like Olympic lifting. Like gives you good endurance.
Yeah, I mean, I get something of that only because I'm lifting people all the time. But I still have to push my hernia in.
I'm getting mine fixed.
You had one of them.
Mine's my umbilical cord.
I thought it was.
I'm getting mine fixed.
But wasn't that one fixed already?
No, I'm getting
How
an
many-
ultrasound. I only had one, this one.
Uh huh.
The ultrasound I'm getting in a week.
But most of it had already healed on its own, right?
Yeah, but I still gotta get it.
Okay.
All right, so keep going.
So anyway, no, that's my own compulsion. I don't know if it's probably a guilt complex or me wanting to challenge myself.
That was the most grotesque, greatest thing I've seen.
Challenge
in a long time.
butter. Those are challenge strawberries.
You could work. You could have did Fear Factor. Because you could eat anything. That shit's fucking disgusting.
Yeah, I think my body's probably worked. Yeah, well, you know, they're like
Probably won't catch COVID.
They're like little kettlebells. I had to work my way up to that.
It's really. Now you've eaten rotten eggs too. Talk about that in front.
Well,
of
I didn't really. I just tasted them, and that was. I
What
thought
was the worst thing you've ever eaten? Talk about that.
that might have been it. It might have been the rotten. Oh, I mean, I just touched them with my tongue before I got rid. They were so
The rotten
bad.
strawberries.
No, those the eggs, because when they just even if, cause I might they just gone bad, and I you know for a while I thought a rat had died in my car. Rotten eggs are oh god, and I remember I think the TV show has the video. The organizer who filmed it, she got sick for a second. So I'm glad they let me. They were easier earlier today with the whipped cream. I mean, it's not really. Well, you think of she should have moldy strawberries. She probably should have rotten whipped cream, but I didn't.
Now, how was the whipped cream new?
Yeah, I mean it's still fresh. I mean it's not entirely new.
Now, have you had rotten whipped cream?
I don't think so. I mean maybe I have, but I don't. So, where do I go from this in my act? I said, yeah, I have to eat, but that's the thing. So I mean,
Start your act from the beginning. Let me help you with this. Start
Okay.
from the beginning.
what do I say? I got my tooth pulled. I'm a little bit.
No, do your act from the beginning. I'm gonna
Okay.
stand up because I want to watch you.
Just a normal,
Start from the beginning of the
like
act.
I look like a lot of famous
and
people.
I'll throw in all the stuff we just
like
did.
like Drew Carey after chemo, and some people think I look like a serial killer. Really, I just play one on television. You know, America's Most Wanted. I hate that show, especially when I get my name right.
Look into the camera.
I've-
I'll guide you from behind.
I was supposed to be on Dateline, but it turns out they really hate it when you show up a day early. You know, I learned Chris Hansen is the worst chaperone. He never lets anyone go on dates. Total attention whore. Then he, but I learned my lesson from the internet. Now, I don't know if this joke is dated or not, but the girls never, you know, Tinder or whatever, girls never look like their pictures. And you think you're going to meet this really hot 14-year-old cheerleader. I mean, is that gross? I know. Shouldn't be going outside with COVID. I mean, they should be able to drive themselves home. You go to meet them, they always end up looking like 50-year-old FBI agent. And they always have 10 friends who look just like them. In the
Fine.
same ugly windbreaker. Total buzzkill. You know, but some of these women you don't want to get with anyway. Some of these women are all attitude. You know, there's always answering a question with a question. So you say, how you doing? That's always, how'd you get in my house? Or, why are you following me? Or the one I hate is, and these girls have got nothing to say. I know, 'cause, you know, you pull the socks out of their mouth, I hear, or they just want to talk about work. I say, honey, this is boring. I don't care how many Girl Scout cookies you sold. I mean, is that, I know that carbohydrates are disgusting. You're lucky I got to you before high blood sugar did. Nobody's coming after you in a wheelchair. Kaboom. It's not, I mean, I shouldn't joke about that, you know, because I have to spend a lot of time, I spend a lot of time trying to bring the minority community up. People, but it's hard because they're so heavy in the gurney. Kaboom.
Boom, hilarious.
I have to take them. I have to take them to dialysis. So on the one hand, you know, I want everyone to eat healthier and, you know, and do exercise and things like that. On the other hand, I know when they do, they're going to put me out of a job. Kaboom. Of course, it's nice. I mean, sometimes they're not all diabetes patients. Sometimes they're stroke victims, you know. And sometimes they're not that heavy. I mean, diabetes patients aren't always heavy either. Sometimes they have limbs amputated.
Kaboom. Talk about that.
Well, Well, usually they don't talk to us about how that happened, but I won't like to argument anyway. I think it's kind of cruel because some of them don't have a leg to stand on.
Kaboom! Hilarious. Keep going. It's fucking really funny. Why are you arguing with me? You don't have a leg to stand on. Hilarious. Hilarious.
You know. You know, sometimes you want to meet someone who has a foreign language, or you haven't seen a redhead in a while, or things are bad. You're just excited about meeting someone with all their fingers and toes. Kaboom! That's really true. But the stroke victims are nice too. But I don't always, I don't like the way they just talk out of one side of their mouth all the time. They're kind of two-faced. Kaboom! I don't want to date them either. Because when they do, you think that they're into you, but then you find out they're drooling all the time. I want you to drool for me. Kaboom! I don't want you to go down on me like you're moistening a cigar. Kaboom.
That's fucking hilarious.
Because sometimes a cigar should not be a cigar. Sometimes it should be kaboom. But at least they're not superficial. I mean, at least they don't. At least you don't have to worry about other things in the dates, When you're strapping them in, you don't have to worry about them hitting you if you stand on one side. Kaboom. I mean, it's a nice thing, too. I mean, I don't always take my van on dates. But I do. But, it is nice.
Hey, talk about taking your van on. That's fucking hilarious.
Well, it is nice. Well, because it's a van they haven't seen me in yet,
Kaboom.
Kaboom. Tired of driving the same ice cream truck everywhere. Kaboom. I mean,
see you coming.
They keep me coming.
You're changing it. You're changing it up with different vans. Some days I drive an ice cream truck. Some days I drive my fucking paramedic van, the ambulance. I gotta keep my dates guessing. I gotta keep it mysterious and fresh.
Well, sometimes you bring the dog, then it doesn't count because they love the dog so much they don't even notice the ice cream.
Well, it's funny how you use Roxy to lure them in.
Yeah.
You like my dog? Clunk. And then here you like Roxy. Look at Roxy. Crack. And the fucking man. It's dragging them off.
This is Roxy, the other crime dog. This is the crime dog.
This is the crime dog. Oh, she helps solve crimes? No, she commits them.
Boom. She distracts you while I commit the crime. Makes you forget him. Or she's the dog that buries the bones after the crime. This is a much better crime dog. This is the innocent-looking dog. But it's nice because you have the straps, because you don't always have a partner. You've got to have a strap. It's good to have a partner. It's like having, it's a little bit like having a threesome.
Talk about that.
Well, it's always good to have somebody up because it's always good to have somebody holding the girl down. Kaboom.
Kaboom.
I'm not trying to put them down. I'm not trying to keep people down just for a few minutes. Kaboom.
Hilarious.
These are just jokes, everybody. I have to keep you strapped in so I don't get sued if you flush.
Yeah, talk about why you're strapping them in when they're screaming at you. That's fucking hilarious. Why would you strap them in?
So that they don't fall out of the gurney.
Okay, go deeper than that. What would be your excuse? Like, you're strapping them in and they're fighting with you. What would be your excuse?
I said, it only gets worse when you fight back. That's the name of my children's book.
Kaboom!
Kaboom! Kaboom! By Richie C. I have the same publisher as Mike M. It only gets worse if you scream.
Kaboom!
Even or my other book, even if it's the bottom of a pit, it's still lotion. Put it on. Kaboom.
Kaboom.
You said you wanted to be famous. You didn't say how.
Kaboom. Do you want to be famous, dead or alive?
Kaboom. What are you complaining about? Your parents are still getting your COVID checks. Kaboom. All this stuff. I said, everyone's mad at me. I said, now it's a pandemic. I see they don't want you to go outside. You should be thanking me. Your parents can go to work now.
You're in a pandemic? Well, wait. Something about like they're in a pandemic, but like you're the pandemic. How would you do that?
I'm the I'm the virus, or kaboom! I'm the virus. And I'm protecting you from me, but I'm protecting you from everybody. Look, everybody wanted you to stay.
I'm abducting you. Yeah. I'm taking you out of the pandemic.
Yeah. The time will go by faster if you take your Zoom classes. Kaboom!
You don't need to stay in your house. Stay in my house. Kaboom!
Kaboom. Why aren't the teachers thanking me? Kaboom! Didn't you want to give your parents some time alone? Kaboom! I'm not doing anything anymore. I heard about what happened.
You're getting downtime, and so are you because you're at the bottom. You're down at the bottom of a hole. Kaboom!
And I learned my lesson from there. Nothing's going to happen to you now. I learned my lesson from Jeremy too. Jeffrey, did you hear about that New Yorker reporter? He was in a Zoom meeting. He thought the meeting was over or nobody was watching him. And I think he jerked off, and everyone. Isn't that terrible?
Stupid motherfucker.
I know. So and that's a lesson for life. Remember, when one door closes, your computer is still open. Kaboom.
Dumb motherfucker.
Oh, I mean, it can happen to. Well, you just have to remember to close. So you see, kids, and I, parents here. I'm just joking. Parents get upset by this, and and I get upset too, because I hear the parents complaining, and they're outraged, and you have to ask yourself. I go, what makes you think your kid is that hot? Kaboom!
Just because you think your kid's attractive
doesn't
mean I do.
Kaboom! Yeah, or anybody does. No. No, if your kid was that good, there were plenty of milk cartons, there were plenty of Amber Alerts, there was plenty of time for them to come, for a producer to say something. Nothing happened. Kaboom.
Kaboom.
But besides that, I'm a hoarder.
Talk about how you would combine. Do you have a paper towel?
Yes.
Talk about how you would combine hoarding and murdering together. Oh, would you hoard it?
I would. Well, people think this is neat. People just think you plead psychosis and, abduct people and murder them. No, it's a hard thing. I've got to be liable for all the stuff that falls on you in my house. You
have to have insurance.
Right. I have to, I have to have you and the kids and lawyers and the police all sign waivers that nothing's going to happen that they're not going to sue me for anything that
you
they
sign a release form so I can release you in heaven.
Oh,
Kaboom.
Kaboom. What kind of release are you talking about? But the thing is, too, these kids have got it great. They've got all that stuff to look through, all these extra clothes from my childhood and stuff like that. Everybody saves money, and I don't feel so bad. But, because this is, besides finding more food to eat that I was going to eat anyway, everybody benefit. I gave you toilet paper. I gave
Now,
Jackie
what's a
toilet
hoarder's?
paper.
You got to talk about your weaknesses, like a super hoarder. What's your weakness? What's weakness for a hoarder?
The city, the neighbors, everyone complaining.
Now, do they see it overhead, right?
I don't know. They once complained about the pool. Well, I don't know. And I don't know the
The
hell.
fucking pool.
Well,
This fucking pool. It's so fucked up. It's so funny.
well, this is just
It's
because
a
of the.
fucking lagoon.
But that's
It's
just
a fucking lagoon.
that's just because of the rain we had. But we've been keeping it empty. Why pump it?
To fix this would cost a lot, though. You'd have to resurface the inside. You'd have to drain it. You'd have to clean it. You'd have to clean everything. You'd have to rebuild the engine. And
I'm
the
not
pumps.
sure. Maybe not, but I don't know. But it's not that bad.
Just probably 10 G's to do it right, where it was perfect.
Maybe.
You have to resurface it.
Yeah.
The cool thing about that pool is it's an old one. It's deep.
Yeah.
They don't make them that deep anymore.
Right.
That's like, what, 12 feet?
Or 8 feet or 10 feet or something like that.
It's deep.
Yeah. We used to jump off the roof.
Of course you did.
Well, it's pretty normal. That's what
Did
we all.
anybody ever break their fucking legs hitting the sides?
No, I had a friend in high school. I think he found some apartment building. He ran to the edge of the roof and ran all the way to the end, and had to point his toes. He made it just into the pool. I never did, but I used to.
I knew a kid growing up
Uh-huh.
that dove head first into a pool and thought it was the deep end, and it wasn't, and he got fucked up. He
Is that the
broke
one
his
who-
neck. He was fine.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was fine after a couple of months, but yeah, he fucked his head up. He hit the bottom of it. Kevin
Oh.
Morgan, that was his name. Kevin Morgan.
Wow.
Jumped in fucking head first. He thought it was the opposite side. Head first, straight in. I mean, literally, the water was like right in.
Oh God.
Yeah, stupid motherfucker.
I did that once in a hot tub or something. I just bruised my nose, but But that's the thing. My famous buddy, one of his friends came on my show and said that I was afraid to jump off a pool, and we went in. I go, I've been
That's
doing.
that's white boy shit.
Well, no, but I did that thing. I did that stuff before I even knew them. With that other, because around here you'd find an apartment building that was a couple of stories high, and you'd run off the end. Yeah, I guess it is white boy. Still fun, but so what else about? Well, it's just you can. I don't know where my roommates went. But the good thing about my roommates is that they can find anything now. You know, they can slip through all the boxes, and I ran to a friend of mine that I hadn't seen in a couple of years. You know, turns out she was just stuck between a couple of boxes. Now, what if I hadn't left any food out?
She'd be dead.
Yeah, that's right. I thought she ghosted me.
I thought she ghosted me, but she became a ghost.
Yeah,
Kaboom!
kaboom. But what makes people think I'd want to kidnap a little kid anyway? As a hoarder, I don't want them going through my collectibles, my comic books, my
Keep going.
action figures and stuff like that. These aren't for kids. Besides that, I'm a feminist. That means I want an adult woman who's going to pay for everything. I said, the only reason I'd adopt a kid...
Kaboom.
The only reason I'd abduct a kid is to get to meet her mom. I said, no, you're okay. Oh,
So
well,
you're a feminist because you want women to pay for your stuff.
Yeah.
Talk about that.
No, my girlfriend makes more money than I did. I think my mom made more than my dad. I'd like to make more money too. I'm just saying I don't have well, no, if they want my company that badly, I don't mind them paying. I'm not
going.
not hurt. I'm not offended. The thing is, little kids, you got to pay for everything, and kaboom. And they're always paying more attention. Well, thank God Chuck E. Cheese is closed. They went out of business.
Why'd they go out of business? Because of COVID?
Maybe there wasn't enough business. But I got more. But I get offended when they pay more attention to the robotic band than they do me. Kaboom!
Do that again.
I get offended when they pay attention to the robotic band, all the mechanical mice more than me.
Now, why is that? Talk about that.
Because we were on a date. She's supposed to, but she's into me. She's just using me for pizza and tokens. Kaboom!
The kid, you're on a date with. Wait a minute. Let me put this in the sink and use it later. You're on a date with the kid at Chuck E. Cheese, and you're mad because they're using tokens and they just want you for pizza.
They just want me for skee ball.
Kaboom!
Yeah,
For skee ball.
Kaboom!
Okay, now you got it.
Yeah. No, I don't. But anyway, there's no reason for me to be, and especially not when it's all the adult women trying to look like little kids, right? They're the ones who starve themselves. In fact, alcohol works better on them because they've got empty stomachs. You know, they're the ones. Kaboom! Dressing
Alcohol
like
on kids with empty stomach.
Kaboom! The
Okay,
one,
keep going.
they're the ones who moisturize. They're the ones who want to dress like little teeny boppers. I mean, the only way you can tell the adults from the kids is that the adults have less pubic hair. Kaboom! And really, it's just not to pay attention to older women like that is really offensive to all the people who make and sell cosmetics or who do plastic surgery. Kaboom!
Boom.
Put all that work, you don't even pay attention. So I meet these girls. I said, when the mother comes, I just wanted to meet their mom because sure, your kid is nice, but she has to mature and have a life before she can be as appealing as you. Kaboom!
All right, back up. It's creepy, but there's something in it. So why are you more attracted to the kid over the fucking mom?
But I'm not.
Okay, talk about that.
I'm not attracted.
The kid's got to work up to the mom's love.
Right. I said
All right.
the kid.
The kid's got to work up to the mom's love, so
right.
it doesn't. It's creepy, but not super creepy.
Kaboom! No, I would. I mean, these are just jokes. I don't want someone who's getting up and running away all the time. Who needs me to explain all the jokes in the cartoons and stuff like that. Kaboom! Who thinks that Pokemon is just as good as Bugs Bunny? What? Kaboom! So, I want someone who thinks spanking is a turn on.
Kaboom!
So I want someone who can get herself high on acetone. Kaboom! Kaboom! I want someone else who can be impressed that I can talk to the manicurist. Kaboom!
Do the second one again.
I want someone who's impressed that I can talk to the manicurist. Kaboom!
Now, do you talk to him in English or you talk to him in Vietnamese?
In Vietnamese.
What do you say to them?
Lamong tai, lamong chong.
What's that mean?
I mean, do my nails, do my feet.
Say it again.
Lamong tai, lamong chong. I said that. I walked to a nail salon in Germany, said that, and they understood me.
Wow.
I mean, I like Asian girls. There's you have a rapport, and we go out. I meet up with them. A little bit of talking and a little bit of holding hands. But I call it a date. They call it a manicure.
Kaboom!
I like pho, but I always have they put the bowl in front of me. I always put my fingers in it.
Kaboom!
But why? I mean, the thing is, older women are better too. You put them in a certain position, they stay that way.
They're petrified.
No, right? Well, they can't move their hips.
You put them in a certain position. Something with fear. How they're like stuck in fear. Give me, like there's something in fear.
Oh, if they're. Oh. Sir. Isn't that I move their medication away, and then they'll never have
Something about teasing them with the.
Their medication. If you ever want to see this medication,
Put on that lingerie. You want this?
You want this? No, I'll put it on. No, if I put their ankles behind their head, they stay like that. Yeah.
What's it worth to you? What's it worth?
Yeah.
What's it? Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on.
Come on.
Come on. Come on.
Well, who wants Zoloft?
Look what I've got. You want the Zoloft?
Yeah.
Meet me in the bathtub.
Come on. This should bring back memories. Thorazine.
Kaboom.
Oh no! You put them in a position they can't move, and then until you have a casserole in the oven, it's going to overcook unless you.
Talk about that.
I said I'm going to ruin your kitchen. I'm going to leave everything out. I'm going to overcook everything, and let the milk go bad. Don't worry, I'll eat it, but you're not going to have it anymore. Kaboom! But I just you put their ankles behind their head, they can't move. They stay that way. Besides that, I can probably moisturize. I can lube them in places that they couldn't reach themselves.
You can lube the crevices. Kaboom.
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 It's not so bad. Listen, let me give you your blood pressure medication.
Kaboom. Or you're choking them
Yeah.
to lower their blood pressure.
Yeah, this is just to lower your blood pressure.
So I'm making it higher. You're stressed out. I'm like, your neck is my stress ball. Your neck is.
Man, you're hyperventilating. Let me help you with that.
Let me finish this. Let me. Okay.
Yeah. And the thing is, but the thing, but it reminded me because I just want to give people some advice. If your girlfriend is talking about the first time you choked her, you're not doing it right.
Kaboom.
Kaboom.
Keep going.
The hardest part about taking a bath with your girlfriend is keeping her head underwater. Kaboom.
Hilarious.
So people sometimes they'd want to blame me with stuff like that. But let me go first. They said, they talk about, because this is what I wore yesterday. I forgot my sandals at home because I was working, so I was walking around barefoot. And people, I'm never cold. And I said, well, aren't you cold? I said, well, I used to work for LA County, and those orange jumpsuits get so hot during the day. And I said, well, should you really be here? I said, no, it's fine. My Friday side of the freeway is completely clean. I said, well, how'd you get such a great job at the county? I said, well, I used to be in phone sales. I said, that's right, ma'am. For $10,000, you too can have your daughter back. No, it's fine. She doesn't remember a thing. Because I'm thinking if you're having a good time with her, you really need to ruin everything by waking her up. People. Kaboom.
Talk about what was the fucking the chick that slept, Sleeping Beauty. Talk about that.
Oh.
like talk about why you find that hot.
Well, yeah, I think there's a problem. I thought this was a fairy tale romance. I thought this was Sleeping Beauty. I did.
Now talk about Pam.
Pam.
I'll call shit out and we'll work it out.
Okay. Well, can I finish that other?
Finish, yeah. Do whatever you need to do.
No, I can only take so much responsibility for this because I only put the pills in their cocktails. I didn't tell them to drink them. Kaboom.
Kaboom. I didn't tell you to drink it. I just put them in. It was up to you. Yeah. It was up to you to find them. Uh-huh. It was up to you to fix them.
Yeah, I only, and I'm not going to be one of these people who says, oh, you did this, or remind her of what happened. That just make her feel guilty. And what kind of person would I be then? So, kaboom. But actually I met Pam in Cleveland because she didn't want me sleeping in the airport. Okay, whatever. So I
talk about that.
But because the thing is,
you don't have to sleep at the airport. You can sleep on my face.
Yeah. But oh shit! Wait, I've got more cigarettes in the car. Unless you want to split this one.
No, it's yours. Take it.
All right. But then she and her roommate, I think the next morning they said, oh, I guess we're okay. He didn't murder us. And then they came down and said, have you seen my comedy?
Kaboom. You kill in real life and you kill on stage.
Right. I mean,
kaboom!
Kaboom. But just for the act outs, to make them more realistic. But yeah, she invited me over. She kept, she's really a feminist icon. She invited me over. She took me out everywhere when we met. Well, actually, the reason I was sleeping at the airports is because I would go to these other tracks like Belmont and what's the other one? Pimlico and Churchill Downs. You get a room somewhere, then you've got to drive somewhere, and you just waste more time going to the place where you're going to stay. You're just better off staying in an airport or something. This doesn't cost you any money. You're not going to be there that long anyway. So that's what I was doing in Cleveland. So, I guess for the kind of guy who sleeps in an airport, I seem pretty trustworthy.
Right.
So, but it's a perfect relationship for COVID because we never get to see each other.
When was the last time you talked to her?
Talked to her on Friday night.
How's she doing?
She's doing good, except she got it's really making me question my feminist ideals because she's only working half the hours that she had last year because they're not bringing in as much money. Mm-hmm. And the main attorney she worked for is pretty much retired, so they're not bringing her their kinds of cases. So she's trying to get more, which means I've got to come up with more money. And it's hard because, Friday was the 15th anniversary of my mother passing away.
Sorry to hear that.
Well, thank you.
So why do you got to come up with money for what?
Well, I mean, no, she would. If we wanted to take a trip or something.
Right.
Like that.
Okay.
And I still want to pay her back because she paid for the trip to Germany.
Okay.
And I've got. What's funny because Deidre's working now. Jim does stuff, but the other. She goes, "Don't you have stocks or something you can spend to fix up the house?" I go.
Are they fucking you?
I go. Well, no. I go. Had money. I mean, I still have, but that's you got to be careful with how you, and some of it is harder to access than others.
Now, how much do you have left? Have you ever invested in certain? Have you invested in gold and silver?
No, but that's the thing. The money was invested. I was just going through it.
You were going through it,
and it's very. It's hard not to be bitter. Because I was doing, what I should have done is maybe invested in other stuff or other properties or things
but this house, as is, I had a friend check it out. I'm not telling you to do it. I don't think you're going to do it. As is, the way it is, you could sell this house for $700,000.
Maybe more because
I gave him your address, and I said the house is basically a tear down, but it's got a great backyard with a pool, which they could probably salvage. He goes, "Give me the address." So I give him the address. I looked it up outside. I took it, took a picture of the house, and he found the address. He goes, "Tell your friend, $700,000 easy, no problem. $700,000 because you don't own anything on it, right?"
No.
He would walk with $700,000, and you could probably get a condo. Let's say you move to Valencia, you get a brand new condo, $250,000. Paid for in full, you'd have $500,000.
Well, right, but eventually that's whatever I do. I want to make sure I have a stream of income. But the thing is, I was probably thinking wrong. I should have probably put all my money into becoming famous.
But he told me to tell you could sell this house almost instantly.
Oh yeah, because of people like the neighborhood except for this house.
It's the neighborhood.
Yeah. But
this is a tear down. He says what they'll do is they'll tear the whole down. They'll keep one wall.
Mm-hmm. Right, because that's all they need to do, the remodel. Mm-hmm. Call it a remodel.
They'll keep the one wall. Mm-hmm. He says they'll probably salvage the pool. Because they said the pool's fixable. He goes, "You think?" I go, "Oh, yeah." He goes, "Because it's already dug. It would have to be rebuilt."
I mean, it wouldn't, because they'd had it replastered before. It's not that...
Right. They'd have to redo it. I said, but the backyard's pretty dope. And I said, the house, if they redid it with the neighborhood, it'd be worth $1 million.
Yeah. So...
But think about that. If you get in trouble, you could get rid of this house as is for $7 now, before the market drops to nothing.
But the market's been going up steadily. But
where we are right now, this is still technically Studio City.
No, it's Valley Village, but I hate that name.
Yeah, but you could sell this house for $700,000.
But
And that's in your pocket.
yeah.
That's pure profit.
But like I said, but I mean, Then I have to move all my stuff.
Well, you're going to have to move all your shit anyway.
Yeah, but no, not now. It's in my house. But, well, actually, that's a good. I have to find a place to put my stuff. Yeah, I mean, what the kryptonite for a hoarder is space.
You'd be a hoarder somewhere else.
Yeah, but it'd be harder to do in a. But anyway, so really, I just need to make my. So it's hard for remembering my mom because I want to make my mom for who she was and how much she meant to me. But you know, I miss my mom so much because I'm running out of her money. Well, not as much.
Talk about that.
Because I inherited a good bit from her. But like I said, I spent all my time trying to find a normal job and get hired like a normal.
Talk about that. Talk about that.
You know,
hour left. Talk about that.
Spend all that time trying to get hired like a normal person.
Well, you're not normal. That's what
Yeah,
makes
that's
this
the
shit
thing.
hilarious. You're completely insane.
Yeah,
But you function.
yeah,
The camera can hear me, right?
yeah.
See if it's still recording. So I can say what I'm going to say on it for you.
Yeah.
Still working?
Yep.
What makes this interesting is that you're not normal,
Mm-hmm.
and that looking for all these jobs was kind of a waste of time
Right.
because they weren't going to fucking hire you anyway.
I mean, I got hired at this job.
You have all this education, but you wind up being a fucking ambulance driver, which I think is good for stand-up. You know, like you went to shipbuilding school, which I think is fucking fascinating. Like wooden ships, right? That shit's unbelievable. Because the carpentry to do that is really fucking hard.
I should have gone straight into construction instead of joining the army. But yeah, but
Yeah, because there's something in the hook is the fact that your stuff, the way you do your act is so fucking crazy. Nobody can steal your jokes. I'm telling you, nobody can steal who you are. I'm going to clean the back of my phone. Just
Okay.
walk with me while
All right.
I'm giving you this advice.
all right.
Nobody can steal who you are. Because it's so intrinsic to you, and it's unique. So people are either going to hate you or love you.
Well, that's the thing that gets me. I remember you telling me.
I go through it every fucking show that I do.
What's that? That.
People hate my guts. I crushed on fucking Friday. Jeff Keller was watching. I was on a fucking this Black Zoom show. And I destroyed. And a couple of people didn't like the act, and I'm like, I don't really give a fuck. I'm fucking effective. I mean, I killed it to the point where like the fucking host is on a Zoom. I'm screaming into the Zoom. And she's like, "You're fucking hilarious." I go, "I don't give a fuck what these people think. Some people aren't gonna like you, but other people they were commenting. They're like, "You're really fucking funny, and you know your act is crazy." So you gotta. The thing is, you've got to do you,
Yeah.
and know the problem that you have is you've got to know that some people just aren't gonna fucking like you.
Well, I've just got to go places where.
Well, no, you got to just do it everywhere. This
Oh.
is the thing. You got me on. You're listening.
Yeah.
You got to do your fucking act everywhere. Not where people like you. You want to do it where they don't fucking like you. And you got to adapt to that fucking environment.
Right.
I did a show for Jessica Winter at her house last year, right? She was terrified because Adam Richmond went up and did it once before me and just fucked the whole thing up because he's not charming like I am. But he's funny, but he pissed off the audience. And I said, I got it, no problem. So I go up, I close, all these old ladies, and I start talking. I go, you ladies aren't old, you're vintage, you're like fine wine. I have had sex with a lot of old ladies. I took it to a whole nother level. I banged all these old ladies. It was like fucking a haunted house and owning a mortuary. And the clit was like the fucking demon from The Shining. And it was Scatman Crothers dancing. That's my new fucking tag to it. Where, baby, you want this pussy? Come and get this pussy. I do this crazy shit. But you've got to kind of be you. Because if you're not, you have me on camera. If you're not you, some people are not going to like you. It doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah.
All you need to become famous is 2 million people to like your act. Dennis Miller says this. 2 million people have to pay for your product and you will become famous. If you can get more, great. If not, 2 million people times $10 is $200 million. That's 10 is 20 million. You're fine. But trying to please everybody, especially with the climate that we're in, and because of your age, you have to just own all that and just do what you do. and not worry about the laughs, because when you did the roast for Perry, you were being yourself, and you were keeping it within your character, and it was really fucking funny.
Oh, did it work?
It did work. Because it was you. You can only, listen, if you want to be a great comedian, you can only come from you. You can't fake it. All these fucking assholes, all these young fucking millennial fucks that are funny for 3 minutes, because they don't put any energy into it. They're trying to be nice and they're trying to be liked. The only problem you have on stage is you forget your fucking jokes, you forget your place, and you want them to laugh. Don't care about the laughter. Commit to the fucking joke. You commit to the joke, and they will catch up, like you did at the roast. That shit was hilarious, because you didn't give a fuck if you got laughs.
No, I just thought it was funny anyway.
Right, and the shit about me fucking the dead bodies, whatever you said, was fucking hilarious. The grave robbing, or we were together, and I get the carcasses.
Yeah.
That's so fucking...
I think that Perry got the leftover carcasses. He didn't even know.
That was fucking hilarious. But you got to commit to that, and know this. Know that people are going to hate you. You have to get to a point. It's going to take a little while longer where you cannot care. I do Zoom shows I did a Zoom show last Saturday and crushed. And this one chick hated my fucking guts. And she's sending chats. And I said, turn on your fucking microphone. She wouldn't do it. So I leave.
Was this the lesbian?
No, that was 2 weeks ago. And then I left, and my friend Paul and her had it out. Because she's talking about race, and Paul's Hispanic, and the other dude was black, and she was a white bitch. She didn't know what the fuck she was talking about. Know that people are going to hate your fucking guts.
I got that once on Twitter. I said, "Chigger, please," or something. I said, that's racist. So I had to get a black patient to go, "Chigger, please" is not racist.
Yeah, no, because people, like when I did the show on Friday, I crushed, and people loved me. There was people that were shutting off the mics, but you can't care. You have to commit to what you're fucking saying, because there are going to be people. You could do a show with 200 people, and one person is not going to like what you say. You can't give a fuck. You cannot fuck. Because it was funny, because when I did it, if this can help you, Paul, who runs the Zoom, his girlfriend was pissed because I was trashing her, but I wasn't trashing her. I said that I was going to, because they were so cute, I was going to glue them together and fuck them at one time, because it wasn't gay, it was a business decision, so I don't have to pay Paul to do my podcast. And she got mad, and then Paul explained, he says it because he loves me. He's not fucking with you, he actually really likes you. And she remembered, she goes, Mike, that's the Mike that we talked to in the supermarket when we were on the phone, when we had COVID. Oh, okay. And she forgot about it. It was over after that.
Yeah. I mean, even in Montana.
Oh, dude, I played Billings for years for what's-his-face. Tribble and Gary Bynum was like a version of a Tribble before a Tribble. And I got heckled in surround sound. If this can help you, I was on a circular fucking stage, and I have the mic, and one dude screams out, "You look like my wife." And I looked over and I go, if I look like your wife, I'm going to drink what you have so I can be the lesbian I always wanted to be. Because you are one ugly, toothless motherfucker. Did Halloween, was that your dentist? And this went on. And they loved it. And then what happened was, I wound up drinking fucking Southern Comfort and going shooting in the middle of the winter time with hillbillies in the back of the fucking hotel. Like, you know, so you never know who's going to like you and who's not going to like you. But the thing you got to remember is this. You cannot let it get to you. Because if you do, you will fucking never be funny. If you care what they think or how they act. Let me try to get this out of my phone. I have OCD too, can you tell?
Yeah.
If you care what they think, you're fucking done. So know that. Your problem is you get stuck when they don't listen, when you feel like you're not getting the response you want, you get nervous. And you got to break through that. And we've all been there. See, here's the thing. We've all had that experience. You got to break through it. Because if you don't, it'll eat you up.
Yeah. Well, it's a...
Yeah, that's the only thing, because you'll lose your place. And you have more than enough material to do the fucking act. You just let it get to you. And that's the thing that you got to stop doing. You can't let it get to you. You know, you've got to just do your act and keep doing it and not fucking worry about if they like you or not. That's like a big fucking deal for you.
Yeah. Well, because I haven't, like I said, well, I told that joke because Kurt was worried that the tall, skinny comic, what was his name, Kurt?
Yeah, Kurt's funny.
Yeah. And I think the same thing happened to me in Billings, where I went up. Well, I thought I had nothing in common with these people because I'm half German and half Jewish.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Tribble called me right when the show was supposed to start, so you're not doing well in these other places. Oh, what about this place? Oh, well, they haven't gotten back to me yet. And, so I got nervous and called me, just do your best stuff and get off the stage. So I went straight into creep mode.
That's who you are, though.
Yeah, and somebody called a pedophile, and I got rattled. I should have just said, "You fucking idiot! You think this is?"
You didn't even get mad.
Yeah.
Once you get into your character, you don't let it affect you. You look at them and you go, "I'm not a pedophile. I like you. What are you talking about? I don't like little kids. I like adults that look like little kids. You would fucking own them.
Yeah.
You just turn it around."
Yeah, that's what I. Anyway, so I said, but nobody left. Nobody. The headliner was in the lobby.
Oh, yeah, dude, I've done rooms. I told you my story about Yuma, Arizona. I do it in my act now. I did a show. If this can help you, it's your time.
Mm-hmm.
I opened for a fucking magician when I started. Mm-hmm. And he had all these animals. No, I'm good. He had an animal act. So I picked him up in El Centro to go to Yuma. So it had to be 100+ degrees outside. Mm-hmm. I put the fucking animals in the back of my fucking car, thinking they're gonna be fine. It's over 100 fucking degrees outside. We drive. I do my 20-30 minutes. They fucking hated me. He goes up, starts his fucking show, pulls the rabbit out of the fucking hat, dead. Pulls the doves out of the fucking whatever it was, dead. I go back up and I go, you know, if you were a real magician, you make them come back to life. Thought it was cute. Was not. I look up, and I don't know if you've ever seen the scene from 300 with the arrows. It's like fucking like a shade of arrows coming at you. Bottles, dishes, forks, plates, tablecloths, whatever they could throw at me, they threw. The bouncer lands on top of me, absorbs all of the fucking impact of whatever was hitting. We run into the kitchen, I open the door, and I go, now that's magic. Ta-da! Slam the door. They start throwing shit at the fucking door. We had to leave that day. We got paid. We had to leave. That's a fucking bomb. As you get better, you will not give a fuck. I did a gig in Downey right before the end of 2020. I told my friend I'd never do it again. My friend Ryan Radovic. Fucking horrible. Outside, they had gangbangers behind us playing fucking music in the parking lot. The cops showed up. The comics are talking full voice right here as I'm on stage. Literally, like, I can touch them. And he's complaining, go fuck yourself. And I still kicked ass. I was screaming at this one girl heckling me, and I made him pay me. Would I do his gigs again? No, he's out of his fucking mind. He doesn't know how to run a fucking room. There comes a point where there's like a cutoff point, if this can help you, where you don't want to work for the motherfucker. You'll just know that, okay, this is never going to work out for either one of us. You know, like my big thing is I don't do hood shows. I don't do shit where my new car can get destroyed. For a $50 gig, I just don't do them anymore. I won't go into the hood. If you live in Inglewood, you're in Watts, you're in Compton, I'm probably not doing your fucking show. Because I went to Downey, we were in the fucking hood. And I didn't drive. And it was really fucking brutal. So the point being made is people are going to hate you no matter how funny. People hate Jerry Seinfeld. Jerry Seinfeld stopped doing colleges because he felt When they think Jerry Seinfeld is too edgy,
I was about to say, that's ridiculous.
Fucking scary.
That's pathetic. Well, because they're talking, Jim listens to stuff like Safe Spaces or where the college students are too sensitive, and I'm kind of skeptical that that's really like that. But when I hear you, when you tell me, and I've heard it from that Seinfeld doesn't want to do college, I go, that's ridiculous.
Him and Chris Rock stopped doing colleges, even famous, because they wouldn't allow them to do their acts. And Jerry is really mild.
Yeah.
And if you're offended by Jerry Seinfeld, you're a fucking idiot.
Yeah. I don't even know what you could say that was offensive.
Who's the dude in Maroon 5? Adam Levine.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll tell you the story. Then you got to get back up there and start doing your act. Okay. I did a show at Largo before it closed, probably 4 or 5 years ago. Right? All black crowd. And Adam Levine. Why he was there, I don't fucking know. I go up, I do my act, I said the word nigger, but I didn't say it to the audience. I said it to myself. I do a whole bit about Jason from Friday the 13th. If he was black, he'd be Saturday the 14th. His name would be Jason. The only way to kill him is to staple a job application to his chest and lure him into a job fair with a big fat white woman's ass. That's the only time he would talk in the film. And he would start breaking out, I ain't working, motherfucker. I ain't paying for this shit, nigga. I ain't gonna fucking work. Give me those titties. Give me those. I don't wanna work. And I did this whole thing. Black crowd loved it. He was offended. White dude. No connection to black folk in anything in life. The motherfucker probably doesn't even have any black friends. Walks up to me with his posse of faggots, because I think he's a fag. I'm firmly convinced he's gay. Because my buddy's brother is his lawyer, and they don't say anything because it's so much money they shut their fucking mouths. Like his wife is his beard, who knows. He goes, I'm offended. I go, what could you possibly be offended at? Being a rich white man in Los Angeles. How are you offended? Do you have any black friends? Do you hang out with any black people? See all these black people? Where do you live? You live in Inglewood. Okay, you like her so much? Why don't you drive down to motherfucking Inglewood with her right now and give her mama some money? That would fucking impress the shit out of me. And I would give you an apology letter right the fuck now. That's a real motherfucker. You're full of shit. Then I bring up CeeLo Green. When CeeLo Green got the rape charges, I said, listen, you're friends with CeeLo Green? Well, maybe, motherfucker, you should talk about raping white bitches. If you're so fucking tight with CeeLo, your black friend, Rapey Green, you should fucking talk some sense into him.
Yeah.
Roofing white bitches at a bar, but I'm the fucking bad guy.
Yeah, that's the wrong. No, you gotta roof him more if they want him to forget you.
Yeah, well, just not that. Like, he was pissed because they didn't want to fuck him. And I'm like, my friend's friends with him. I'm like, he's CeeLo Green, so he can't get white bitches in L.A. Who gives a fuck? He's a multi-millionaire. Go to, like, Thailand or Vietnam. They will fuck anything. They will mate with a fucking squid. They will love him. He will be a fucking Buddha god in Vietnam. He could get a 10. He'd get a Vietnamese 10.
So you referenced CeeLo Green. He wasn't actually there.
No, I referenced him and I said, you don't have any black friends. Then the black people were on my side and they're like, you're right, he doesn't have. I said, you can feel what I'm feeling, right? There's no reality here. And this one lady said, you're right. She goes, he's never been around real black people. I go, he's never probably had any motherfucking friends. My friend went to school with him. He's like 40-something, 41, 42. He's young. My friend went to high school with him. And he said he had no fucking friends. I said, yeah, he's got no social skills. He's brilliantly talented. I think the guy's really talented. I'm not into his music, but I could see why he's so successful. But he had no point of reference. He was just opening his fucking mouth. It was like the chick that heckled me last Saturday. She's talking about race relations. She doesn't have any black or Latin friends. She doesn't know what the fuck she's talking about. It's like me telling you what it's like to be German. I grew up with fucking Germans, and I love Germans, and I love the culture, but I'm not fucking German. I can't tell you about your language because I don't speak fucking German. It's all bullshit. So the point I'm trying to make, because this is your 2 hours, is this. You have to commit to what the fuck you're saying. You can't care what they fucking think. And if it's effective, keep doing it. If the joke doesn't work after like 20 times, rewrite it or dump it. But a lot of it's delivery too. It's your delivery. They don't think you're gonna say what you say, which makes it fucking really funny. Because you take them out of, they look at you always an older guy's nice. Then you start talking about crazy shit, and that's the hook.
Yeah, they go, well, yeah, someone it sounds like looks like some Midwestern dad.
Yeah. You look like somebody's soccer coach
Yeah.
until they find the bodies and the fucking
Right.
garbage and you eating fucking rotten strawberries. There, I mean, that's the hook to the fucking act. And know that, don't care if they don't like you. That's the theme for today. You cannot give a fuck what they think. And it will take you a long time to get to that place. It is not an overnight experience. I had to have a nervous breakdown. I had to quit drinking. I had to get old. I had to get injured. Where you just don't fucking care anymore. You get on stage and you're like, I don't give a fuck if they like me or not. Fuck these motherfuckers. Am I getting paid? Like, why do I gotta behave?
Yeah, even in Billings, there are a couple of people who goes, no, I liked your stuff. I don't know why people weren't laughing.
Some people are not going to like you. I did a cruise ship, 3 shows. First show, faggots. My opening line was, you know when you're blowing your boyfriend and you get cum on your new shirt? Isn't it a bitch to dry clean silk? Who has AIDS in here? Raise your hand. Me too. Hour, crush. Second show, college kids, crush. Third show, hated, I repeat, hated my fucking guts.
Who were they?
Old people. The crowd went from 300 to 33 people. One lady screamed out, "We want Bill Cosby." I said, "His nephew's one of my best friends. That nigga don't want you." Up to him, you be in a fucking cage somewhere eating crackers off his dick. Empty fuck. So know that there's people that aren't going to agree with you.
We said, well, on Dave Cosby, conscious or unconscious?
Oh, dude, I went off on it. I go, that nigga don't want you. Did you just say, yes, I did? I actually know him. I've met him, and I know his nephew's one of my best friends. What are you talking about? What do you know about black people? Do you know anything about fucking black people? You're another one. Do you have any black friends? Of course you don't. You just want to feel okay. I'd have more respect for me if you said, hey, you caught a nigga, shut the fuck up. Then I could relate to you. But, like, your bullshit. And that's the thing. We're in a climate right now where people are trying to be social warriors, and that's not really working for a lot of people. Gina Carano, who I know, we tried to sell her a TV show, got
the one
fired from Mandalorian.
Yeah.
Not because she was sticking up for somebody. She said a stupid ass fucking thing
Yep.
to Disney executives. You don't say to a group of Disney executives that the Nazis were right and they had a point. You don't do that.
Well, I think
That had nothing to do with her. She just fucked up. She was stupid. You don't say shit like that. It's inappropriate. It's like walking into an office and calling your boss a cunt. You're gonna get fired. It's just the way it is.
She said Trump supporters are being harassed the way Jews were being harassed in Nazi Germany.
No, it was listen. You had me on tape, and I like Gina. I've met her. I think she's great. It was a stupid ass fucking thing to say when people are paying you millions of dollars. Shut your fucking mouth. You're not a social justice warrior. You're a dumb bitch. Say that shit to your friends. You don't say that shit on a fucking open social forum. Are you out of your fucking mind? And it wasn't just one comment. It was like multiple fucking stupid comments. And they didn't want to be connected to that bitch after that. They're like, ooh.
Yeah.
It's like when Roseanne said that stupid ass shit in a tweet. You fucking ruined your career. Shut your fucking mouth. So there's a point. This is your time. This is important. In your act, say whatever the fuck you want. In your real fucking life, shut your fucking mouth if they're paying you. There's a difference. Because you can do this, Richie. When you're on fucking stage, you just say, hey, it's an act, man. It ain't fucking real. It's like, we ever watch a horror? This is my thing. You ever watch a fucking horror movie? Friday the 13th, or, Freddy's killing people? My act is like that. I do charity with women. Really? Yes. I just donated to fucking Joanne. She had breast cancer.
Joanne?
the dive bar comedy chick. I just gave her money. So it's like this. If you have a crazy ass fucking act in real life, behave so it throws it off.
Yeah.
So they don't fuck with you.
Well, my thing was, I said, did you watch Silence of the Lambs? Do you really think Anthony Hopkins eats people? I don't.
Right. But people, the way they are now, are so sensitive. Because this is a deep thing. This is the first time in U.S. history where white people are basically niggas now. Niggas, spics, white people, we're all the fucking same. All this class system is collapsing. So here's minorities. We're starting to get like this.
Well, they're going to be the minority pretty soon, like they are in California.
And it's freaking people the fuck out because white people now have white guilt. Rather than just be cool with everybody and not give a fuck about people's color and just be real, they have this guilt thing, so they'll try to get a black friend or a brown friend or an Asian friend rather than just have friends. That's the thing. So the lesson for today is do a crazy ass act. Don't care what they think. Don't care if they don't like you. Commit to the fucking jokes. Commit to the character, but off stage, when you start making money and the powers that be, shut your fucking mouth. Don't pull a Gina Carano. She's not the first one that has done this. A whole mess of fucking people are fucked up. Armie Hammer. That's another fucking idiot. That motherfucker's freaky. He's always been freaky. But what it was, he was tweeting and messaging a bitch, talking about how he wants to be a cannibal and he wants to fuck. How much dirty shit I say to fucking women? He just got busted.
Oh, I thought people that he was actually carving women.
Who knows? But I said, listen, him and his ex-wife were freaks anyway. But the thing is, it was in a social format.
Yeah.
And the chick freaked out and busted him. It's with all these fucking rapey ass fucking comics. Do I think some of them did it? Yeah. Do I think all of them did it? No. You know, I was compared to some of these fucks. I said, I don't force bitches into fucking rooms. And if you're rich and famous and you can't get a girlfriend, you're doing something fucking wrong. You're just dumb.
Well, that's the thing.
Because you got money, you can get anything you fucking want.
Well, I get sentimental. I get sentimental because I don't want some unknown chick bleeding on the bones of my ex-girlfriend.
Talk about that right now.
I don't want them. I get sentimental. These bones. I don't want her messing up my shit. The sheets that I used to strangle someone really special to me. I'm not going to
keep going.
That. I don't want to get her bones mixed up with the bones of something else. And my dog loves everybody. She just, my dog she keeps all the bones in a pile. I can't have her doing that. I can't invite Perry over.
What would you do to Perry? Would you kill him?
Well, I don't know about what Roxy did. Did I say that? Because that's what I forgot to say. Roxy likes Perry, but she's also waiting to be. She also wants first dibs on his femur.
Kaboom! Keep going.
So, yeah, I get,
because that was the problem with the cluttering problem because it's so. Unfortunately, it might not be as bad as it was. But the thing is, it was bad enough to get me on television because I have obsessive compulsion.
That's the other reason that I wear shorts and sleeves. Like this every day. Because I got used to doing that. I want to do it another day. Some people think it's another thing, but I got to be me because people are much nicer to me when they think I'm autistic.
Hilarious. Kaboom. Keep going. Kaboom. Keep going.
So the thing is, I can't. But my OCD was so bad. Had me on television, and I've lost so many girlfriends because of it.
Talk about it.
And then when I find them, I forget which bags I put them in.
Kaboom.
It's not that I don't have that much. The thing is, people think I'm just some crazy person with a bunch of bodies in my basement. I got news for. I don't have a basement.
I've got to work with a crawl space.
Kaboom.
It's not as glamorous as it looks. You got to crawl around in there,
and then at night you don't know if they're talking to you or not. It's always worse when
I don't want to mess with annoying bitches because their ghosts annoy all the other ghosts. It used to be ooh, now it's ooh, you got to get rid of this one.
Now, how did you get the ghosts? From killing them and putting them in the house?
Yeah, they're just, that's the thing. So, I can't have an exorcism anymore. Because no, I said, not that ghost, that ghost.
You have so many because you're a hoarder. You hoarder the spirits.
Yeah,
So
well,
it's like you have ghost clutter in your house.
right. That's the thing. I did, these annoying women and stuff that with Uber. I'm not assaulting you. I said you're so annoying. You would annoy all the other ghosts in my house. I can't. Your spirit would annoy me. Your bones would annoy the other bones. Oh, look, I'm such a pretty bone. No, you're a big bone. No, you're not even a big bone. You were just a normal bone and a fat woman who was never attractive.
Kaboom.
You can't have them because all the, because the little rats come out of the crawl space and put their paws down their throat because they're so disgusted.
Do that again. So why are the rats putting their paws in the
Because because you killed some really annoying bitch and then her bones are so disgusting. The rats, their body's so disgusting. The little rats come out of the crawl space. Get rid of
that fat bitch.
again. Richie, why are you doing this to us? And then the cats are afraid they don't even want to do. I said, I'm not killing this disease. This sick rat is going to make me sick too.
Kaboom.
So that was, people are much nicer to you when they think you're autistic. It used to bother me when people thought I was autistic, but now I just go outside, read a few license plates. I memorize a few license plates, read a phone book or two, an old phone book, then I'm okay. It's always hard when people don't understand autism. You go in the supermarket and it says, autism awareness, cup $5.99. That's not autism awareness.
Keep going.
Autism awareness is 100 cups and some crazy glue for 50 cents. That's how you solve. Or one big mug that's also a hockey helmet for $5. Kaboom. But let's not put down autistic girls. At least they don't tell on you. They're just all catatonic. They're happy for the attention. It's just once they wrap their legs around you, it's just hard to make them let go.
Do that again.
But the autistic girls, that's a different thing. They never say anything. They never talk to anybody. It's just when they wrap their legs around you, they just never let go. It just you have to wait for them to go to sleep.
Kaboom. You have to find the trigger word.
Yeah.
You're supposed to be like, sippy cup, lemon. What do you want? You want sippy lemonade? I can't breathe. You're crushing. Lemonade, sippy cup.
You have to find out when their favorite show is on. Okay, it's on now. What else? Jeopardy's on. Okay. So people say you're really not. Of course, I'm not like that. He really. And if you keep thinking that, if you keep telling people that I am like that, I'm going to make you subpoena my search history, so you'll really be bored shitless.
Kaboom.
It's all animal videos. Sorry, they're not even fucking. They're just getting adopted. I'm going to see how I can adopt a person too, and put a leash around her. I am.
Kaboom.
So then, hey Jim.
Hey there. How's it going, Mike?
All right.
Hey Jim, how are you, buddy?
All right. Just thought you guys could use a little light.
Thank you.
For sure.
You want to go in here?
Yeah. Yeah.
Come to the light.
Come to the light. You want to be in the light and have the camera like right here?
Okay.
Right here? Yeah.
Okay.
I just want to be able to hear it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care if you can see yourself now, because it's just as much as you can hear it. You can hear what we're
Yeah.
saying, and you can apply that.
Yeah, I don't want to be an old comic anymore. I mean, I could have been. But I guess I can't. Well, I wish I looked. Well, I can make myself look younger. I could lose some weight. I could.
You could drink human blood.
Yeah, that's true. You're right. People are trying to. That's the thing. That's the thing. Everybody's telling me to stop creeping out. They just want all the human blood for themselves. I'm not paranoid. I'm just being real. They just want. You just don't want me to drink human blood anymore.
You don't want me to be youthful.
Yeah.
You're denying me of my youth.
No, that's right. You don't. If I do this right, I can live 100 years. So, but that was the thing too. Yeah, people. I'm not in any position to molest little girls. You know, those are mentors. Those are people who are trusted. If something going on, oh yeah, we'll trust you. People don't trust me at all. The only thing they trust me to do is not to drop someone. So that's
Keep
why.
going.
That's why medical. Well, no, that's what makes medical transport so hard. You know, if you're in construction, the bricks don't scream. Kaboom. But people do it all the time. We haven't dropped it. Other people, they drop stuff and then they worry about me. My boss was saying, "Oh, you're so lucky to have a job."
Keep
No,
going,
I'm
keep
lucky
going.
I didn't get COVID, and you're lucky you didn't get sued.
Now, how many people have you dropped?
None. I think maybe once where there's something maybe I lifted or did something wrong with the gurney, but nobody fell off the gurney. Didn't really drop. But other people have dropped. Oh, I told you that. Other people have dropped patients and they've died. I haven't done that.
Talk about it.
I don't know. I mean, I heard about it where somebody
How'd they die? They dropped them like down steps or off of a building?
like that, like maybe the gurney tipped over or something. And they hit their heads or something. Then once I heard, and I think they had to take all the stickers off of one van for a while. They had to move all the customers over to another company because there are two companies that work together. And then there was another one where someone had bone cancer, and I think they had to do with sudden stuff, but that person wasn't strapped in, so he slid forward, and they already had bone cancer, and so it injured some of
his bones?
I think, or a couple of them, and so he died faster, and those people had to be let go. But, you know, there was that guy, this is probably more than 10 years ago, it's like father of gene therapy. This might be 2006 or 2007. I know that, yeah, because Fat James took me to Phoenix. That was my first road gig.
No, what
And this
happened?
joke is older than that. Well, there was a guy, he was hired by USC, 176 IQ.
Damn.
Father of gene therapy, and some other woman scientist asked this guy to be a mentor to his daughter.
Okay.
Now, what it turns out he was, because this girl was starting to act out, what he'd do is he'd have her get in her underwear and lie on a mattress while he dry humped her from behind. And she read Garfield comics.
This is real.
Yes. And you know why I think that's disgusting?
Why?
Because I hate it when people read over my shoulder.
Kaboom! Kaboom! That's fucking hilarious. That's fucking disturbing.
I know.
Did he get busted for that?
Yeah, he did. He's in prison now. Wow. Yeah, I said, just buy your own comic. Jesus Christ.
Fuck.
Yeah.
And just dry humping her? There was no penetration?
No.
So what'd they get him on?
I don't know.
I guess it's still a form of child molestation.
Yeah, I mean, I could look it up while we record.
It's fucking disturbing.